Hello, everybody. Here we go for another first impression BJJ episode. First, I would like to ask you guys a huge favor. If you can subscribe and like and share the channel, that will be a great help so we can keep our Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu content up. And by that, try to motivate more people. Today, as guests, we're going to have John Lachance, a 55 years old dude who has been following Jiu-Jitsu since UFC 1, a very passionate for the art, got motivated by his own son to train, has been training over 4 or 5 months, and it's a great feeling to see him and his son sharing the mat, and he has a great story to share with us. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you. John, how is everything?
Very good, man. Very good.
So how's your shoulder to start? How is your shoulder?
Very good. It's healing up really good.
Awesome.
I got to keep my arm in a sling for another 4 weeks.
4 weeks, okay.
Yeah, but I start physio next week, so
that's pretty good. So you're starting physio next week already. That's good to know. That's good to know. And so how was the surgery? Everything went well?
Yeah.
How long was it?
Probably close to 2 hour surgery.
Wow. Okay.
You could barely see the incision where he put the cut in there. You could barely see it. It's amazing how they do it these days.
It's just like a little hole. They go there. What they did?
Front and one in the back. Pardon?
What did they do? Like they
tighten up all the muscles, and then they put 3 anchors in there so it doesn't pop out anymore. Because I told him I want to continue jiu-jitsu after this, so he made sure to make it nice and secure, so it doesn't pop out anymore.
That's awesome. That's awesome to know, man. So soon, I believe. So it's you said another 4 weeks with this. How do you call this? Like to hang.
Sling.
Okay, this sling, and then you start in physio, and then when can you start moving around? Like
start moving around my arm and that?
Yes, yes.
During physio, they're going to start making me do some a little bit of exercise here and there.
Okay.
I don't want to damage whatever the doctor did in here, right, with the anchors and that. So I got to make sure to do a nice and slow progress. And
yeah. Okay. Are you? Oh, sorry.
Physio people will tell me what to do.
Yeah, for sure. And so are you working right now, like in this situation with the arm like that or not?
No.
Okay, so you
go back to work until May 31st.
Oh, there we go. That's pretty good. Okay. You took some time off because of the surgery, or because you had like holidays or
no, because of the procedure, I need to be off work for 6 weeks. So it's been 2 weeks now since the operation. So
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Awesome. So just we keep going. So John, it's one of my students. He has been training, I would say, around 4 months, right, John?
Yeah, around that, because we had a few shutdowns here and there.
Exactly.
4 months.
Exactly. And during training, John already messed up his shoulder twice, right? Like went out of the place twice, and he came back to training, and so that's why I brought him to the first impression, so he can talk a little bit about his experience. So John, just to keep going, can you talk a little bit about yourself? Like, what do you do to work? And just a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Yeah. I work at Toyota Manufacturing. I've been there 24 years now.
Wow.
Before that, I worked at a feed mill. I was there for 11 years. So for the last 35 years, I only worked at 2 different places.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. And so you how was the decision of trying jiu-jitsu?
It came down, my son and I, we always watch a lot of Ultimate Fighting in that, and it just came up. My son brought it up that we should check and see about doing jiu-jitsu in that. And both of us been losing a lot of weight, getting back to a nice fit condition. So I said, yeah, why not? So, and then we went and tried it at your gym and loved it.
Awesome. So you guys were already doing some diets prior, starting jiu-jitsu?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. That's pretty good. So then, so you came to Cambridge BJJ, tried the first class. Did you had any weird feeling before you tried the first class?
Before I tried it, yeah, I was wondering how it would be for a guy my age, 55 years old, to go over there and do some jiu-jitsu and grappling young people like yourself and that. So I was, a little nervous there. But once once we got there and started doing it, you and Madison made us feel nice and comfortable and
Awesome.
made our decision nice and easy to continue doing it there.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But like before you step into the first day, I remember you and Guy came and did you do the first class in the first day? You guys step at the gym, or you guys visit and then came back?
We visit the first day, and then you basically just showed us a few of the different things we're gonna learn, and like crawls and the rolls.
Oh, you guys did the intro class, right? Yes.
Yeah, we did that.
Awesome, awesome. So after that class, did you got like you had any good feelings about it, or it just came after the first actual class?
After that first class, I had a pretty good feeling of it, but after the first actual class, it was a great feeling after that. And then once we started rolling, that was awesome.
That was awesome, right? No, yeah, I'm sure, man. Like the feeling of rolling is like it's different from all the training, right? Because you do like the warm up, you do techniques, but then when the roll comes, it's actually
yeah, Madison show us moves, different moves to do and that, like defensively and offensively, and then it's nice when we get to try it.
Exactly. And so what was like the feeling when we said, okay, so it's gonna be the first roll, go there, just try your best. How did you process that in the mind?
Oh, the first time we went there and then we started rolling, it was fabulous. I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
That's nice. That's nice.
What we talked about when we got here too is like different moves, and then we would actually practice a few moves here at our place now. And we actually put down some mats right now. We got some mats on the floor. And
oh yeah, I heard Guy send me a message, send me a picture. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. I really like that, because I see that you guys like enjoy it, and really want to keep going and are like motivated, even though like you said, a guy like you, 55 years old, and before you try, like, did you had any feeling about your shoulder or no?
The last time I hurt my shoulder was like in 2005. So that was like 15, 16 years ago. So no, like I knew my shoulder, I had issues before. I didn't think it would pop out because it hasn't popped out for 15, 16 years. So, but I've never really did any grappling or anything like that. So
yeah, in 15 years, right?
Yeah. So, but that's why I decided to get the surgery, because the surgeon, when we spoke, and he likes UFC, the surgeon. Like Jiu-Jitsu and that. And he said, if you want to continue Jiu-Jitsu, I would recommend you get the surgery. If you're not going to continue, he says, then you don't really need the surgery. But I want to continue because I really enjoy it.
Amazing.
So amazing. That's why I got surgery.
Amazing. Yeah, like, so we're talking about the injury, right, with John, but he like when was the first time that your shoulder pop up, like at the gym?
Yeah, at the gym, probably I was there a month, 4 weeks.
A month, right? Yeah. So man, that day when that happened, it was like out of nowhere. Everybody having fun, pretty much the last row, I believe, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, but like it surprised me. Like it really surprised me too. But
everybody, man, got everybody out like, whoa, what's going on?
My son actually thought I broke my arm there. He thought when I went, he thought I broke my arm, but no, it was just the dislocation, which was better than breaking my arm.
No, definitely. But it was a lot of pain, right? I saw your face, like I saw you like, oh my God, look, it's hard to, man, it was like such a, like a small moment of scare that we didn't have anybody that ever got injured at the gym, right? And especially after COVID, we got back to train and everything was going so smooth, and out of nowhere, you just like pop and everybody gets scared, last row. And then what made me happy was like, you stood up, we took a little bit of break, sat at the front. And then when you get into the car, you said, don't worry, man, I'm gonna be back. And those words were just like, for me and Nathan, we were like, man, did you see what happened? And then at the end, he went there and said, no, don't worry, I will be back. I want to be back. And how long, how many weeks after you were back?
Probably a week and a half or so I was back after a week and a half.
Week and a half.
Yeah. And that was a long week and a half. I wanted to do it. I wanted to get back as soon as possible, but
just feeling like, oh my God, why this happened? I want to get back at training. And you're just training for 1 month, right? You're just having that feeling like I want to be back.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just 1 month and I was just starting to, like, we were rolling a lot and it was a lot of fun. And then that happened, but
yeah, like I know it's like very frustrated, like a big frustration because like me, I see that you like it, and anything that will stop us from do this or anything that we like, we're gonna be like, oh man, I wish I was there, right? Especially seeing your son going to train, coming back home, and then like like talking to you about training and stuff. You're just like, oh come on, it sucks. I'm sure it sucks.
Yeah, that makes it really hard, especially when he was gone and I wasn't going. It was making it pretty hard, but
that's so funny. That like it's funny because you, like I said, you just started, and I see like the motivation that you guys are coming all the time and want to train. So 1 week and some days after you came back,
yes.
Right? From the first time that you dislocated. And how long was it again when you dislocated again?
Probably 2 months after that. It was
2
like
months after that, right?
2 months after that, yeah.
Awesome. You guys were training like 2 to 3 times a week?
Yeah, 2 to 3 times. We try to go at least minimum twice a week, but go 3 times. Sometimes we stay to double class. Sometimes we do 4. We count on a Saturday.
Yeah. That's pretty good, man. And how can you describe like the type of exercise that Jiu-Jitsu brought to your life after many years without doing, like, I don't know, well, were you doing any sport before Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah, a bit of sports. I played tennis, and my son Guy and we played tennis. I used to play a lot of competitive tennis when I was young too. So
wow,
we still play tennis, and yeah, I play a little bit of sport, but nothing physical like jiu-jitsu.
But I mean, before you started, like right now, were you guys doing any like tennis, like often, like jiu-jitsu? Because when you started, you guys just start to camp, right? Like at least twice a week. Oh, yeah. Were you doing something often like this or not?
Not at the time, because by the time we started jiu-jitsu, the tennis season was ending because winter time. So okay. Tennis season was ending. So we go during the summertime and that when there's no snow out there, right? So
no, yeah, that's nice. Okay.
And that's why we were able to focus on jiu-jitsu and
come more to class. No, I get it. And John, I want you to kind of describe the feeling, like I want to mention again, because Jiu-Jitsu is like for everyone and for any age. Doesn't matter how old or how young, and body types or whatever. I want you to kind of describe like how is it starting at 55?
Oh, it's amazing. Like I've never felt like this in my entire life. I feel so conditioned just from doing jiu-jitsu, doing the exercises before and then the grappling and all that. And coming back home after jiu-jitsu class, I just feel like amazing.
Pretty good, right?
World.
That's amazing, man. Like I see Danny, Danny has, if I'm not wrong, 64, 65. Well, Danny did jiu-jitsu like 15 years ago, but then he went back and start training again. Even though he did it before, it's like really, I would say it's kind of hard to start at that age too, especially like 65 years old and try it. But a lot of people, they don't even give it that chance of trying, right? Like you, I believe, like you said, you like the ultimate fighting. I believe you have seen this for a long time already,
I used to watch Royce Gracie when I was younger because him and I are around the same age. So growing up, I was watching him when he was at his prime, and the guy was amazing. And that's why I used to watch him all the time. We used to rent the VHSs all the time, my nephew and I, and we used to watch that all the time. Yeah.
So you follow the ultimate fighting for a while, but did you know like about Royce, but so you knew like pretty much what jiu-jitsu was from that time?
Yes, back when I was like 20 years old. That's when I started to really in late teens, early 20s. But yeah, I used to watch him all the time, and big fan of Gracie, and that's why we're learning the stuff that Royce Gracie teaching basically in that too. So
that's nice. And you never, like in back in the day, you never had like that feeling of, oh, I want to go train. Like I see this.
I did back in the day. I wanted to, but I never had the person to motivate me to go, basically, because I used to play a lot of sports when I was young too, right?
Okay.
I used to play baseball, I used to play basketball, I used to play all kinds of sports, tennis and that. But here we play tennis and that, my son and I, and then I had my son to motivate me to go.
Exactly.
He's the one that motivated me to go the most.
Amazing. Amazing. That's pretty good. Yeah, I see that. I actually see that, and it's amazing to see like you guys coming together. Guy came a few times without you because, well, you had to, pop up the shoulder couple twice, and now he's coming. He was coming because you did the surgery. Now we're not doing pretty much anything. This COVID situation just mess up with with everything, all the business, all the training. I wish we could be training every day like we were before, but I believe it will pass and we're gonna get back on track and then keep training. But so you are motivated by Guy, right? And
yes,
how is the feeling of training with your own son?
training with him,
Yeah,
it's amazing. Just doing this with him is amazing. A good father and son thing to do together, that's for sure. I have no regrets, and right now I just can't wait to get back. Get back to it. I know it's going to be a little while for me to recover properly and that. I got to make sure I'm fully recovered before I go, but I can't wait to get back. Like, I miss it. Now, can you imagine?
How is it? You miss smashing, like doing some smashing on Guy?
The grappling. I love it. I just love it.
I
love
know
everything about it.
And I see that whenever you kind of stop coming because you pop up the shoulder, Guy was training with like different body types. Like, so John is like, how tall are you, John?
I'm 6'4".
6'4". Guy is like 5'9", 5'7".
5'8", around 5'8", 5'9".
5'8", 5'9", exactly. And it's so much fun to see you guys training like a huge dude against like a small dude, and being family, right? Being like so close and going hard, because I see you guys going so hard against each other.
Yeah.
And after the train, just like go really hard and then just like laughing, hugging, and having that, right? It's amazing, man. Like I get motivated by that. It's pretty
my
good.
son, he's much smaller than me, but don't underestimate that guy. Like,
I'm sure.
he's very good, very good.
I see that. The other day, I think before we stop again, when did we stop? Beginning of April, right? I believe.
Yeah, it was near beginning of April.
I remember it was a Saturday class, if I'm not wrong, and I saw you watching Guy training with like somebody else. I can't remember, but then me and Natsu were watching, like we watching the training, and then we watching you looking at Guy and seeing that, like, like that connection. I saw him training and you watching, like kind of maybe thinking on your mind, like do this or do that, and having that smile on your face or watching your son. Man, it was like something that make us feel really good. This feeling of seeing you guys getting happy and being happy and share the same feeling on the mat. It's amazing, man. Like, for real.
It is. Like, we both love it. Both of us really enjoy going. And I think you're talking about when I just took a little break and he was going against Anish.
Yes, man.
Yeah, it was good. He was doing really good. Both of them had a good.
Like I tell these guys all the time, like him and Anish, they're pretty good size for each other, for training. And training, I believe you and Guy are training a little bit more than Anish, because I think he started a little bit later. But the progress of like you guys, Anish and Guy especially, whenever they get together, they collide to train. It's just like so great to see, because in their mind, they think they don't know anything or they're not doing good. But then when you see the action from outside, it's actually very, very entertaining, right?
Oh yeah. Very entertaining to watch and very entertaining to do it too.
Oh no, I'm sure, man. Like Guy, he never stops, especially against you. I'm always there yelling to you guys, like, come on, man, let's go sweep this guy, get this guy out of there, do something, because I know it's really especially being a small guy. I'm the same size of Guy, you know, like we have the same size. Of course, I've been training a lot longer. I know a lot more stuff. I can deal like with the bigger guys better than him. But man, I understand the struggle, you know, like you don't understand because you are the one that's like putting the power that's smashing the small guy. But man, it's tough, you know. Like, did you guys ever after training had anything like, come on, man, you push too much or you too strong? How is it?
Oh, after we're done the class and that, when we roll and we have great rolls and that, it's just like we shake our hands. You if I tap him out or he taps me out, you know, and then we help each other out. We help each other, and we really enjoy it. We really enjoy it.
Amazing. And in some nice words, like I know that there's many people that train with their son, with their dad and stuff. But you mentioned earlier, is there anything that get, get you guys in this connection? I know like you have the connection of father and son, but training, being so close, grappling, for sure it's another feeling, you know, like of challenging. You guys, how can you describe that?
Uh, Me and Guy, like of course, like he's my son, so we're really close. But we're like we always did all kinds of stuff together. Like we watch hockey together, we go and play tennis together. We do a lot of stuff together. So and that's why like doing this. That's why when he convinced me to go and do the jiu-jitsu, like it didn't take much to convince me. When he really wanted to go, I said, yeah, let's try it out.
Oh,
But
really? You
yeah.
he just came out of nowhere and say, okay, let's try this, and you say,
Yeah,
okay.
like we were watching, forget what day it was, but we were watching some UFC on TV, and
Uh-huh.
that's when he says, I'd like to try some, martial arts. You said jujitsu, and then he brought up jujitsu, so we started looking at different gyms. But your gym was the first gym we went and tried, and after that, we didn't bother looking at the other ones because we really enjoyed you and
Amazing.
Madison. So
Amazing, amazing. No, yeah, I'm sure, and it's a pleasure, you know, to have you guys. It's like it's so nice. Like I said, it's so nice to see this type of connections. We the only father and son that we have at the gym, it's like you and Guy that trains like adult classes, and then it's like the older ones that they train at the adult class, and then they have the kids, right? There is still the connection. The connection is still there, but it's nothing something like the kids can give them trouble. Like Guy can give to you, you know, like, okay, I want to put this guy in trouble. And this is like very nice to see, man. I really enjoyed that. And I hope you guys can keep training for a while, you know, and
we plan to, that's for sure.
that's nice. Do you have like any once you started jiu-jitsu, did you get any goal like, man, I want to get my belt, I want to keep doing this for a while, I want to reach the black belt? Like, do you have any goal with jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, my one goal I really want, and when I get recovered from my shoulder and I start going back again, I'd like to get into like a tournament. Go in.
Wow,
I like.
amazing. Now I got excited. I'm willing to see that. And I'm here to help. I'll be there. We're gonna I can't wait, to be honest. I can't wait to go back to tournaments because I want to compete. I want to show you guys how, you know, like I've been doing for a while, and I want to try my best to teach you guys to go there. It's not about all of like go there, smash and win. It's just about to go there and put on the line. You know, like anything else, whenever you at work, you have to take any hard decision and you have to put your responsibility there. It's pretty much with the tournament. Nothing really serious, but you want to have that feeling to go there and try your own like knowledge, right?
Oh, for sure. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, and I know my son Guy, he really wants to do that too. So down the road, that's what we. My goal is to get better, get really better with my shoulder and that, and
On
then look
shoulder.
into competition like that.
No, yeah, man, for sure. I believe you have to, right now, the thing that you have to be focused is like, you know, do a great physiotherapy sessions like all the time and try to recover as best as you can, man, because injury, if you don't really take care of it, it's just gonna be, you know, like it's not getting worse, but it's like vulnerable, right? The more if you don't do anything to get stronger, it's gonna be vulnerable, and out of nowhere, it's gonna boom pop up again. Hope you know.
Hopefully it doesn't happen again. It shouldn't, but it's anchored in there pretty good now.
Exactly, exactly. And talking about like competition, have you ever competed in anything like not sport, but any type of competition?
Like any type of
Any
competition.
type. Have you been in competition like?
Yeah, tennis tournaments.
Awesome.
I used to be in tennis tournaments. I used to play hockey. I used to play baseball. A lot of I used to be like very athletic when I was
Very
young.
athletic. That's amazing. Like, okay, but you still kind of doing some sport. You still, man, in any way you still like doing like tennis. You still like being athletic. I know it's very different from grappling that you use many type of muscles that you've never done before. I'm sure. How was it feeling in your body after the first round?
After the first roll, oh
Yeah.
my, I was a little sore. I was a little sore. But after the more I do it and do it and do it and do it, like you get conditioned. It's amazing how conditioned you get, and it just finds it. I find it easier. You know what I mean? Like
The
easier.
more you do.
Yeah, like I don't get up and I'm sore all over, not anymore. And because my body's conditioned now because of doing it for 4 5 months.
Yeah, oh yeah. If I'm not wrong, I remember, man. Like in the beginning, only on the warm up. Remember that?
Yeah.
Only the warm up. You're like tired and and just. But you never stopped. You never stopped. You kept going, but it was very tiring right in the beginning.
Now, even that, I find the warm up a lot easier than when I first started. When I first started, yeah, even the warm up, I found it a little hard on me because I never really did anything like that. I played tennis. I never did anything like that type of warm up. It's amazing.
The 10 minutes going, yeah. Sorry.
The feeling that you feel after you're done a class, it's amazing. Like when I get home after a class, I just feel great.
That's awesome. Fantastic. That's awesome. Even though, like you said, even though starting at like a late age and stuff, I believe the feeling of of training after rolling, that feeling of being exhausted but happy and feeling good, like it's for everyone, because I feel the same way, even though I can train maybe 1 hour more or do more rollings than anybody, or maybe some days you get there, you're really tired and you train, the feeling is the best after, right?
Oh yes, and I had a few days like that where I said, I had a long day at work, a really rough day at work, and I was really tired. And I said, I don't know. And then I ended up going to jiu-jitsu, and I would have regretted if I canceled it.
If you wouldn't, right?
Yeah. So I go to jiu-jitsu, I come back, and I'm so happy that I went. I had a few days like that.
That's pretty good, because it's like you working the whole day. Sometimes you stress, something really bad happens, you have to take care of it, and you can't, and that thing kind of mess up here, right? And then this just keep pushing you down, like, oh no, you shouldn't go train today, you kind of tired, go home, rest, tomorrow you go to work. But that little extra, I would say, the little extra that you say, no, I'm gonna go today, completely change the day.
Oh, it does. And it's only 45 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and that's it. And that's what I say to myself, 45 minutes, let's go. And that's why we go there and just give it all we got. And
do you guys live like far from the gym?
Oh, a 5-minute drive from the gym. So
there you go. So it's like really 1 hour and 10 minutes, I would say. You guys take?
Yeah.
Come to the gym, train, go home, right?
Yep.
That's amazing, man. Like,
yeah. And that's why too, like the gym is nice and convenient where it is. It's only
I can't hear you. Can you hear me? 1 second.
Are you still there?
There you go. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, just a little connection problem.
Did you hear everything I said there?
No, you said it's like very convenient and.
Oh yeah, it's very convenient because it's only 5 minutes away, and that's why I like the convenience of how close it is, and then having yourself in Madison being our instructor, it just made it so easy.
Thank you very much.
To go to Cambridge BJJ.
We try, to be honest, me and Adson, like I try my best to teach what I know, to pass like the knowledge that I have. It's not so much. I'm still learning a lot. I do my best to keep my mind active and learning, new stuff so I can give to you guys. We follow like a very good curriculum from Jiu-Jitsu for Life team that help us a lot to build up you guys. And it's amazing to see, like, after 3 4 months, see you guys like rolling. Because in the beginning, like the first row was just like power, right?
Hmm.
Like being strong, trying to smash.
Yeah,
But after you get some techniques and learn how to pass, how to deal with some guard, how to deal with some sweeps and stuff, for sure you change. Do you already have like a game that you like to be on top or on the bottom? How is it?
oh yeah, I already have things, moves that I like to use, and there's a couple, two or three of them that I love using when I grapple. But yeah, it's and I try those a lot on gi. Color me too, so that's why it's much easier to try like the triangle on gi and that. And the triangle is one of my favorites. Armbar, I love doing the armbar.
Me
So
too. I love triangles. Triangles is my favorite. I really
one of
like
my favorites.
triangles too. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like all the slowly you're gonna get like a handful of techniques that you're gonna like have it. You're gonna recognize. You're gonna see it, and you're gonna apply. It's just a matter of time. I'm sure you're gonna be dying to be back, but man, take the time. Study jujitsu. You can see, watch videos. You can read a book. See
Oh, for
different
sure,
techniques.
for sure. And when I'm done with this sling, that's when I plan on just doing a few little exercises with gi here and that too on the mats. But
Exactly, and that's good. Like, keep going. I'm sure the time will just keep, like, will heal. Physio time, and will heal better, get stronger, and be careful with the small movements that you're gonna try. But because the more you move it, I would say you get better, but you gotta move carefully, right? I'm sure it's just, I've been there, man. I've been with injuries for my whole time doing jiu-jitsu. I hurt my knee, I hurt my hip, I have my hip really messed up, and I just can't stop training. Every time I hurt it, 3 4 days after, I'm already there limping and like, okay, let's go. I wanna keep going. It's like addiction, right? You get
it
addicted.
is, it is, it is. Once you start going, like you just can't stop. Like it once you, my son and I really enjoy it. So and that's why we both enjoy it, and doing it together too, that makes it even better.
Oh
But
yeah, no, I'm sure, man. Like I said, the best part of seeing you guys is this, like, to see this connection, you guys going together, training. You guys can actually share the knowledge, right? Like, let's say you guys go to class, you guys see a technique or whatever with the mats that you guys have now. Whenever you guys get home, probably, oh, I couldn't. Maybe Guy understand one thing, and you don't. Maybe you understand one thing and he doesn't, right?
and
And
that
that's,
happens. That happens.
sorry, what did you say again? Sorry. Wait, something went wrong. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Now I could hear you.
There you go.
You lost connection again, I guess, eh?
Yeah, what did you say? So will you guys already do that?
What's that?
Like, you guys already do that, like change some knowledge and train,
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah. We talk about it, and if he does, he ends up going to a class, and I'm not there. He'll come back and he'll tell me what he learned,
awesome,
and then
awesome.
he'll show me a few moves that he learned, and so we share that. We share that.
That's pretty good, man. I really like that. And John, what can you say, like, to somebody that maybe has your age or a little bit more age than you or younger than you, and they are kind of afraid of trying? Can you tell with your own word, like, the feeling that you had before you started, and what happened after you started, like at your age, like how you feel, like what could you say to somebody that want to start jiu-jitsu right now and they are kind of scared?
Oh, I would say go and try it. You got the free classes and that there. Go and try a few classes, and then really check it out. And once you do it, I tell you, you're going to enjoy it. You're really going to enjoy it. And especially if you do it with a family member. I do it with my son, so it makes it a lot easier. My son and I go together and we do it together. It's a good father and son thing to do. But I recommend that for any age. Any age, like I'm 55, I do it. And I really enjoy it, and I plan on doing it for many more years.
Amazing, amazing, man. That's pretty good to hear, John. You know, like I see you guys. I really like the way you guys are coming together, going to like come together, do the train, go home, come back. Sometimes Geek come by yourself by himself, like you said. He goes home, he kind of teach you, and that's amazing to know. You know, so you guys can keep like that fire inside of you all with the jiu-jitsu always lit, you know, and that's how you gotta. I believe that's how you're gonna keep going. Sorry. Something went wrong again. Oh my God. Can I hear you? One sec.
Oh, now I'm back. I can hear you now.
Did you hear what I said?
No, I didn't hear the last part there. I just saw your lips moving.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good that you guys you know, have that fire of jiu-jitsu and keep it lit, because the more you put like fire on it, it's like you're gonna keep going, and you can never let that like stop, because if it does, it's just gonna be like that feeling of, oh, you shouldn't go today, it's just gonna come more and more, you know, and you cannot let that happen.
No, definitely not. And we had a few days like that. Oh, I really don't feel like going, and then we ended up going, and it was the best thing that we ended up going.
Amazing, John. I really appreciate the time you took to come and do one episode of First Impression BJJ. This is a project that I really like. I really enjoy to do this. I really want to motivate more people to train jiu-jitsu with examples like you, like Guy, you know, like all the people that has some disability or things that people would say, oh, this guy cannot do it, but you guys still do it. You hurt your shoulder twice during training. In the 2 times that it happened, you said, I'm gonna come back. You decide do a surgery. You did the surgery, and you're talking to me right now and saying to me that you want to come back. I'm really happy for that, you know. I hope you keep this feeling, and don't let it go down, man. I want to see you back.
It won't, Kelvin. I really enjoy it, and that's one thing that I know I want to continue doing.
You said you wanna keep going, right? It's not gonna
stop. Not for me, anyways, and I know it's not gonna stop for Guy. Guy really loves it too. So for both of us, I could see both of us doing it for many more years. Yeah, and I do recommend this for any age. It doesn't matter what age, what size you are. Jiu-Jitsu, it's pretty catalyst exercise, and it makes you feel great.
Amazing. Like I said, John, I appreciate the time you took to, you know, to help me with the podcast. It was amazing to have you, and I can't wait to see you back on the mats. All right.
Can't wait to be back, buddy.
Thank you very much, and have a great night, man.
You too, buddy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.